November 10th, 2025, Ossian Park Board meeting. Everybody had a chance to go over the minutes from the last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody, any corrections or notes on that?
I don't think so.
Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
3-0. All right. As of right now, I don't think we have anything on baseball because we're just kind of waiting to get some contractors to figure out electrical. I know we have nothing on the summer concert series. Kind of last where we left it was, right now we're not going to have it, but there is some talks of some other stuff in play there, so we may end up doing like maybe one concert instead of just doing 3 or 4. We may just do one because there may be some funds coming in for that for next year, but I'm still waiting to hear back from somebody on that. Trails, I have no real updates on that either. It's kind of, we're just in the near the end of the year, trying to get some projects wrapped up. Were you able to file for that grant to get the study?
No, I clicked on it, but I don't know, it's kind of like a bunch of different stuff. I'm gonna need probably help with that.
Okay, so we got to what, next week to get that filed for?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, there is a grant opportunity, I think, for us to get maybe a study done. And I think with Ossian being as small as it is, I don't think we have to have a matching part to it. So it's just 100% grant opportunity. So it's definitely one we need to go after. That way we can maybe get a study done about the trail system here in Ossian, how we can develop it and but besides that, I don't think there was, off the top of my head, I can't remember. So that's one thing we were talking about the Wells County Trails was what other opportunities, grants can we apply for to try to help get some other projects done, so. Anything on those 3 subjects before we move on? So on old business, we had the community engagement survey. I think we're still kind of figuring out, again, we're just need funds for that to kind of get those processes, which direction we need to head. Again, we probably don't have any room on, or figured out anything, because I think we're kind of needing ideas of what everything's going to cost us.
Yeah.
And it goes back with the baseball, the league too, is like we need, if they're going to do anything with the restrooms or the concession stand, we need numbers before we can put anything together, and that's where I think we're at. It was just we need some numbers to try to apply for some grants or understand which direction we're going. I think that's where we're at with the community engagement survey. We have a good understanding where we're at, where we need to go, and what the community thinks, but probably no updates on the Melching Park Pavilion.
What kind of pavilion you looking for?
That's what we need to kind of figure out if we want. The idea was brought up to have one that's usable year round instead of an open,
Or like a pole building, or?
more like a pole building, because
I
we
think
could
that would
probably.
be the best, because then you can rent that out all year long.
Correct, and you'll have better
Okay.
opportunity. And that's like you say, pole building's gonna be probably the cheapest option too, to
Right.
put one together quick and easy with electrical, insulated, heating, cool.
Little kitchenette or something in there
Correct.
would be perfect.
You know, like sliding doors on the side to open it up for air in the summer, or?
Something like that.
Yeah,
like
that
that.
would be-
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I know a couple of people that do it, that's why I was just curious if a pole building would work, or if you're looking to
I think it
replace
would.
what is, like the structure is now.
Yeah, no, I think a pole building
A
would
pole
probably
building-
withstand elements and stuff a lot better as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
And like I said, it gives us more opportunity instead of just having something out there that can only be used 3, maybe 4 months of the year. You have something that's open to the public year round, that they can come out and use it, rent it year round and stuff. Just, hey, we got this short time, here you go, that's it. But we want kind of something to,
yeah.
looking for about the same size.
I think the same size, we could go a little bit bigger.
Okay,
So, and getting like quotes doing that, doesn't really cost you. We just throw out ideas of what we're looking for, at least get an idea of what basic pole building is, and we can
Yeah.
develop from that.
I
So,
can call a couple of people I know.
yeah, if you want to reach out to some people, like I said, it's
Is
just
there-
pull,
It's going into their slow season now, so they'll have time to come out and look at it.
right, see what they can put in, and
Yeah,
if we get an idea of what the building's going to cost, then we can figure out, hey, we're going to have to have parking, we're going to have to redo some of the driveway out there too. So, but get an idea, hey, the pool building's going to cost us $120,000, if not more. It's probably going to be more than that, but depending on who you go with and what you need to get done with it too.
right.
But yeah, I think what the idea is to have something that's year-round usage instead of just
Okay.
3 to 4 months, if that. Yeah, so if you want to head that up and try to,
Yeah, I can make some calls, see what we can do.
and like I said, we can go. I think we can go a little bit bigger than what that's there. So,
Okay,
but the basic footprint of that building, because
looks like there's room for maybe a little bit more parking
Right.
area.
yeah, we got all the way down a little bit on that one side to go parking, but
Yeah, okay,
The idea too is to have where the restrooms are indoor and outdoor access. So have basically outdoor restrooms for people using the splash pad out there or just the park, that there's still restrooms that could be used.
Okay.
And then restrooms inside for people who rent it too.
all right.
Any other ideas on that, or kind of just give some ideas out there what we could do and get more use out of that park? I know, like I said, there's a lot of people that use the splash pads, but there's other items out there that could be used, and it's a bigger park than most people think about. But we got that drainage pond that doesn't really fill up anymore, and it used to be, like people always comment, it used to be a full actual pond out there because the water used to go that way, but over the years they developed the stormwater better, so it's not really a retention pond like it used to be.
Is that fenced in area?
It's that off to the side little hole
okay.
in the ground.
Okay,
Yeah, that used to be where a lot of the drainage for the houses in that area used to go right
Okay.
into that pond. And I don't think there holds much
I
water
guess I was
anymore.
thinking over by Archbold, there's
No.
a fenced in area with like looked like a retention pond area.
Yeah, I don't think there was any.
Okay.
All right. I think next item was the, need to go back this way. Any updates on getting some of those issues fixed up there at the Archibald Wilson, the pavilion area?
They got the light, the flashing light fixed.
On the flagpole, okay.
Yeah, they couldn't find any circuits the way you guys were talking about. They went out
Circuit
and
21
Yeah,
was
they went
working
out.
fine?
checked- They went out and checked everything, they said
Okay.
everything was working, so.
Yeah, because that one, the last concert we had,
I don't know.
I'm not sure if something maybe was tripping it the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it may be, because they said they were working, so.
Okay, everything was working,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What else? Did we get some straps for the safety boxes out there by the
Yes.
pond? Okay.
Yeah.
Have the guys had time to take a look at the trail out there about the unevenness yet?
I think they walked through there, but they didn't really say a whole lot. They did go around
Okay.
and look, but I don't
what we need to do there
what we
yet.
need to do yet, but
Okay, we'll have to bring that back up when the weather's a little bit warmer. Cause I'm not going out there anytime when it's this cold. All right. Any other things on that one before we move on about Archibald Wilson, the pavilion or the trail?
Nope.
Anything on the, I think I kind of talked to you before on the meeting, nothing with the park rental agreement quite yet. We just need to get with the
No.
lawyer to draft.
they wanted to kind of wait until after the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Parks doesn't have a lot of money in it right now.
Right. Yeah, because I know we talked about increasing the fees out there for the park. We just had to have new park rental agreements drafted up to reflect those fees that you will be charging, is what the town council wants in place. So that's where we're sitting there, is they wanted new agreements to reflect all those changes that we're planning on doing.
It's gotta be
And-
legal.
Correct. We want to make sure everything's dotted across, everybody's good to go. Board members, we have one person apply so far to replace Michael. John, you sent your letter in. Ben says he's gonna send his in. Still, if anybody else wants to apply, we can take applications and we can determine. We want to have it by the next meeting because the town council wants to approve those at their next meeting. So if anybody else wants to apply, you can and go from there. If there's nothing else for old business, we don't have anything for new business. Looks like we have one citizen here. If the citizen has anything to add, we'll give you a little bit of time to talk about anything.
Approach the bench.
Yeah.
Raise your right hand.
I'm Larry Heckler, and I want to talk about the fireworks for next year. It's tentatively scheduled for June 27th. Me and my family and some members from the Bridges put it on last year, and we fortunately we had a donor last year that donated $15,000, and it's probably about a $20,000 event. Last year we had a number of food vendors out there, which went very well. We had a market, like craft stuff out there that went real good also. It was attended very well. But I just wanted to notify the board that I'm not going to be involved in it next year. And just wanted to give you a chance if you felt you could come up with a committee or someone who wants to you don't have to do what we did next year, you can do whatever you want, but the fireworks guys live in our subdivision, and I'm pretty sure that they would be willing to put the event, just do the fireworks. They don't do anything else as far as organizing, the food trucks and stuff like that, but if there were going to be food trucks out there, they really need to be contacted well in advance so they can get it, get them on the schedule. So anyway, I didn't want to all of a sudden a week before July 4th comes up and somebody says, well, how come Larry Heckler's not doing anything? So if somebody else would like to take the ball up, I'd be more than glad to help them with what we did last year. And they can do, if you want just fireworks out there, that's fine. But the fireworks by themselves would probably still run about $15,000. And that's going to be a challenge, to get that kind of money.
I can't remember her name. Has the lady from Ossian Health gotten a hold of you yet Okay, because she was interested in combining their fireworks or their 4th of July with the towns if at all possible.
Mhm.
So she was wanting to talk to somebody about that, and I gave her your number.
Okay. Did she talk like she'd want to have it out in the park, or did they want to have it down there?
Well, they'd have to do the fireworks at the nursing home for the residents, but she's wanting to know if there's some way, any way possible to combine forces to do it all together. They've already got budget set aside for their fireworks and stuff.
Yeah,
So I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
yeah. Well,
She's the
I'd be willing to
community
talk to her.
relations person,
I know, they've got their own fireworks guy. I don't know if they're gonna have that person do it
Right.
or not. The guys in our park, they do enjoy setting them off the hill because they can really do a nice job there.
but, right.
So I'm not saying there couldn't be some middle ground somewhere, but yeah, I'd like to.
Okay. Now, she said that nobody's been willing to communicate or cooperate in the past, but,
I talked to her a bit last year and she wasn't really wanting to have, what we were doing was not fitting into what they wanted
Okay.
to do. But there again, if I'm not involved, then maybe there'd be somebody else that would be willing to work with her to,
okay.
to come up with something.
Is it just, theirs is usually a week before the towns, so this.
And they moved it last year because the weather got so hot that it was hard on the
Right.
residents. So it worked out
Right.
good, and the weather was not that hot last year when we
Right.
did it. But another thing, next year is the 250th anniversary,
Mhm.
and if we're going to have a fireworks, next year would be the year to have it. Everybody is doing something.
Right,
But I know Bluffton, the commissioners, used to help Bluffton out with it, but they're not, from the last I heard, they're not donating any money towards it, so it's up to the town of Bluffton to come up with the entire amount, and there again, it's about $15,000 or $18,000, I think, for them to do theirs, so
Okay.
I haven't talked with anybody there to see if they got funding lined up. So anyway, that's all I need. I just didn't want to give you plenty of time if there's somebody that wants to take the ball and go with it. Gives you guys plenty of time to do something.
okay.
Okay?
Yep, that'll work.
Thank you.
So we can put something out there if somebody's interested in heading that up. Because we don't have the funds for it and all that, so it'll be all a private
Well, that's just the
organization.
thing, I know it's easy to say like the town event, it's not a town event.
Right, I get
It's
that.
never been a
I
town
get that,
event.
Yeah.
I
And so
get
that's the.
That's just the way she had phrased it.
Right, right.
Because that's what everybody assumed was a town
Well,
event.
and everyone does assume that it's a town event,
Yeah.
but the town has never done anything with it.
Correct, it's always, it started out as
The bridges.
the bridges. Some of the guys, that's where they live at, is in the bridges, but they would just start shooting them off in their yard, and then they kind of just built the show bigger and bigger, but it's still mainly the bridges guys, and what was their little?
Horizon
Yeah,
Events.
Horizon Events is one who put it on, really.
Mhm.
All the parks ever had involved with it is they used our parks,
Right.
is what it comes at the end there.
So who runs Horizon Events then?
I'm not sure who's the actual leader of that anymore.
Yeah, you
'cause
could probably ask Michael,
Okay.
yeah.
because they didn't even do their Halloween thing this year, I
Uh-uh.
don't think, again, that's like, what, 2
2
years
years
they
in a
haven't
row,
done the
yeah.
Halloween.
It's like, again, a lot of these events takes a lot of volunteers, and that's one thing is kind of dropped off. That's why I think Larry wants to, is kind of stepped out and just he didn't have a lot of help. He had his family help him out, and I think a couple other people, but it takes a lot of work to do these events, and that's what's tough on everybody is we just don't have a lot of, and that's the same thing with the summer concert series. It takes a lot to put those concerts on, but we can always put something out there saying, hey, if anybody ever wants to pick up doing this, it's not a town event, or even with the summer concert series, it's like if somebody wants to help out with that, it takes a lot of time and energy, and I know what I spent and what I've got going on now is there's a lot more. It's like I can't be doing as much as I once was, because I'm being pulled in every direction right now, so at least it's out there that as of right now, the date's blocked for the 27th, but there's not going to be anybody heading it up unless somebody else wants to step up and doing it. But again, it's a non-town event, so they have to factor in all the other little things they had to do to host that event. All right, anybody have anything else?
I don't think so.
Hearing nothing, do I have a motion to adjourn?
No motion?
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right.